There are three methods by which we can sample a population. The first one that we will cover is the random sample. In a random sample, we have to generate random numbers. Today we can generate random numbers easily using a spreadsheet or calculator or even a mobile device. But traditionally, and still occurs in a number of fields, we might use a set of randomly generated numbers, like the one here. In order to get random numbers from something like this, we start at a random number, say this 8 here, and then move in a certain direction, left, right, up or down, collecting the numbers as we go. Say, for instance, we wanted to select random students from our class of 80 students. We might start with the 8 here and pick every group of 2 numbers. So 80, 05, 83, 41, 85, 87, 38, 98, 77, etc. We write these numbers down. We see quite quickly that some of these numbers are more than 80. These numbers we just ignore and we only take the numbers that we need. So here we would ignore the 83, the 85, the 87 and the 98 and would use the 80, the 5, the 41, the 38 and the 77. In order to actually get the random sample, we'd have the students in some sort of list, a random order, alphabetical. It doesn't actually matter in this case. We then pick the 80th, the 5th, the 41st, the 38th and the 77th student from this list, and that generates a random sample. Say we wanted to select 5 squares from this grid of 5 by 5, 25 squares. Here we'd do something similar. We'd start at a random number, say this 6 here, and then we'd select pairs of numbers between 1 and 5 and mark out those squares, ignoring any repeats. So the first number between 1 and 5 is 2, the next one is 2, and so we have the square 2, 2. We have a 4, skip the 7, another 4, our next square is 4, 4. Ignore the 0, the next square is 4, 2. Ignore the 7, we have a 3 and we have a 2. The next square is 3, 2. Ignore the 8, but we have a 5 and we have another 5. And our last square is 5, 5. These are a number of methods by which we can conduct a random sample.